Hello there, people who have access to the internet and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Punfood, or just Pun if you prefer. And we beat Face Shrine. So, now we have a few things we need to do. We have 38 of the secret seashells. We have most of the heart. No, we're missing quite a few heart pieces by the looks of it. Because there's only like... Yeah... Looks like we're still missing a few heart pieces. And, of course, we're missing, like, a couple things over here. But, I guess now I need to decide how I'm going to go about doing this. Let's set that there. And let's just... I guess I could have used the warp song, but whatever. I need... We now have a more powerful bracelet, so I just need to make sure I'm not missing anything. I believe that's everything from... I believe I have everything basically accessible to me. Yeah, looks like it. So... in Secret Seashell-wise, it looks like I have them all so far. It just feels like there's so many more shells left. So, what do I want to do? First off, we got to progress the story, if you will. And that involves, going up the... what you want to call it? It involves going up the mountain, but before we do that, there are a couple things that we can do now that, we beat Face Shrine. First off, did I already get the piece of heart in here? I feel like I did, but, you know, you never know. Doesn't hurt to check. Looks like it. Okay. So, there's that. And do I have everything... from Trendy Game? I don't think I technically do, but I do in spirit. Yeah, I just have the statue thing left, and I'll probably get that a later time. So that kind of just leaves this fishing pond up here, where that glowing thing tells you, I believe that there is a prize, is what the glowing thing tells you, like the glowing spot. Anyway, now that we beat Face Shrine, there will now be more fish in here, specifically a Cheep Cheep. Maybe we have to get a bigger Cheep Cheep, but like, also maybe like it could like at least look at the line. Okay. Do I have to button mash? It looks like I have to button mash. I can't just reel it in by holding it, it looks like. 25 and a secret seashell. So, a new fish should show up, but maybe not. We're gonna go for the big one down bottom. I should have held it out all the way. Whatever. Not that green one. We want the really big one. Okay. Hopefully this works. Okay. Come on. Okay. Here, fishy, fishy. Okay. I got it. Okay. Mashing as fast as I can. I've never been quite good at this game. Okay. We'll say nah for now, and hopefully reload the thing to have a better thing. But, the fishing minigame here is okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it, simply because I'm not good at it, really. Come on, blooper. Okay. Okay. Oh. You need to let them, have some level. Okay. I'll reload the thing. But it looks like you need to give them some leeway. I forgot how this minigame works. Maybe it would help if I read the directions better. Why did I throw my line? Why didn't I just reset the thing? I have no clue. Surprised I didn't attract that green one. Okay. Okay. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Just bite it. Okay. Whatever. Let's try throwing it all the way out. I guess I'll come back whenever I get something new from this game. Okay, that was rough. Does this give me... Yes, this gives me... Oh. Not worth it. Okay. Oh! And we get one for breaking a secret seashell. Okay, that's actually something worth it. Want to keep going? Nah, I'm good. Is there anything left? No, there is not. Okay, cool. At least not according to that thing. So that's all I really needed to do around here in terms of like minigame stuff. But now with the more powerful bracelet, is it up? It's up. Okay. We can push up this rooster statue. Here sleeps the flying rooster. And we can head down here where it was laid to rest. We will use our wrong song. This is like one of 2 times in the game you have to use this song. But using the song that, you know, can even bring non-living things to life, we can somehow call the rooster's, like, soul or something to come inhabit its body or so. I don't know. Anyway. Wow, the rooster has recovered. Yes, recovered. He seems very friendly. Alright. With that done, let's grab our trusty boomerang and head on out. You know, I just realized that the boomerang is really good, but I think, like I can cut grass, it's that good, or bushes at least. I think I might want to exchange it back for the bow. I prefer the boomerang, but, I'll figure it out. I don't think I need to figure it out this part, but now that we have the rooster, we can make our way up here past various enemies. I'm not missing anything, right? Like, I'm not missing a heart or a seashell from this part of the map. Are they really all, like, up on the mountain? I don't know. Anyway, we already did minigames, so we could go in there, but I think I'd prefer it if we just make our way up the mountain. And we'll do that by, just following along until we get to this place. And we now have the hook shot. Oh, and also the owl interrupts us now that we beat level 6. Cool. Hoot hoot! Your path is not easy, but you are almost there. Go east. The windfish is getting restless. I think like that owl has had like so many different voices over the course of this series. But now You can head back in here again. And I already got the thing that was in here, so it's just a matter of defeating the things and heading through the mountain, looks like. There we go. Anyway. Oh, and we now have hookshot, so I thought it might have been this room, and I guess it was. We can now get a purple rupee, which isn't actually that much in the grand scheme of things. And I guess I'm forced. Okay, thank God. Like, I'm like thinking, how do I get out of here? Anyway, we'll keep the hookshot equipped because there might be more like hookshot stuff that we have left to do. Does that include up there? I think I already got like everything accessible up there, so it should now be past this pool of water that we couldn't really get past before. And there is supposedly a seashell like on screen about. My guess is that it's over there. Anyway, it's not under there. If we head in here, I believe this is where we need to go before anywhere else. Yes, okay. What we need to do is, now that we have the rooster, I may have already messed up. Okay. Okay. We can use the rooster to actually fly. And we have to drop it there, but we can use it to fly over these pits and gain access to our next dungeon key, the bird key. So, you know, that's why we need the level 6, to push the statue, to grab the bird, and the bird takes us to our next dungeon key. Cool stuff, I guess, but also kind of, in my opinion, just a little bit, you know, a little bit too, like, forceful. Like, I would have preferred it if it was just, like, as simple as in here there was, you know, some kind of, like, big push. But then I guess they wouldn't get used out of, like, the animation song, you know. Now that we're up here, I don't think throwing the bomb worked when I was lower, but it should work there. Cool. This gives us another secret seashell. And we can head in here. And here's Luigi. Wow, amazing! That rooster is actually flying! It's just like I said, eh? Have you tried to hold him over your head? Cluck, cluck. I'm a Luigi. Anyway. We still have the rooster with us, but honestly, we don't need him. I mean, like, he can let us fly, but I don't know. Anyway, let's grab the shovel, because I think it's going to be under... Oh, nope, it's up here. Cool. I mean, maybe there's still one buried around here. We don't know. I don't know where that other shell could be. Also, this part of the mountain here is just to show off that part, and also this part is kind of pointless, aside from that one shell, you know. I mean, it's kind of nice to just have, like, it's pointless, but, like, I don't know. When designing a game, you really shouldn't include, you know, unnecessary areas. But, I don't know. Anyway, oh, it was there. I just didn't see it. And I just pressed B because I mixed up B and A. For dash and... dash and dive. Right. Anyway, now we have to make our way through this, cavern of sorts. And we can do that by blowing up this wall. I mean, there's also a pathway through here. Which one of these actually leads us to the secrets versus the way we want to go? This one's the way we want to go, so up there is the secret. Okay, cool. I'm trying to be somewhat quick about this, because, I would like to maybe do the dungeon this episode as well. Because, I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to, because otherwise it's gonna be a pretty short episode. So, in order to do this puzzle, you need to be able to push every single block out of the way. If I do that, like, you need to be able to push every single block out of the way all at once, which means you have to enter from the south. Anyway. Hello, Tektite, and this should be the secret shell. Yep. How many shells am I supposed to have before this dungeon? I have already got 44. Meaning there's 6 left in the game, which isn't a lot. Okay. There we go. Quick Zelda block puzzle. It's a classic. You can sit there, dude. Let's open this one first. And then this one. Then this. I don't want to pick up the rooster. I want to open this thing. Let's grab the heart, and on here we'll find a silver rupee. I don't know that it's really that worth it, like, especially since you probably have, you know, over, you know, you already have like a couple hundred rupees by now, if you bought the bow, and that to get access to level 6, because you either need to have the bow to defeat the Armos, or you need to have the boomerang. Anyway, you are near the Eagle's Tower. Beware the bird. Yep. So that's our next destination, just up here. And to get there, we need to go through some caves. Getting to this, I guess, I was gonna mention something, but that can wait for, like, a quick minute, while we still need to get through this cave. Doesn't seem like there's any point to that ledge, really. Just there to exist. I think I need the hook shot down here. Maybe not in here, but yeah. Well, actually, do I need the hook shot? Like, it shows us needing the hook shot, but theoretically, even though it drops us down, we can just use the rooster to get across. So, if you're making a return trip, I guess you'll need the hook shot. We do need the shovel if we want to get access to this warp point. And in here should be a fairy, right? Yes. I already have my bottles full. So I guess we can just head out here. But getting to this dungeon was really a pain on the Game Boy. Well, not getting to it, but if you need to go prep by getting, you know, something else for whatever reason, this warp point did not exist, and therefore it was really hard to come back to this dungeon should you want to revisit it or, you know, leave midway through, you know? But there doesn't appear to be any secrets here. I don't know why they have the skull, on the floor. It doesn't really mean anything. Like, this isn't Death Mountain, so it's not even, like... I guess you could say it's thematically appropriate. I don't really know about that. But, in here, we can use our bird key. And that will cause the entire tower to rotate around, making the entrance accessible. Now, we're going to go into this dungeon right away. But this is your last chance to use this guy for transport if you really care that much. You can get anything else in the game without him, so you're fine. But once you beat this dungeon, he will be gone. With that said, let's head in. Level 7, Eagle's Tower. This place has a very repetitive track. And I mean, it makes sense. Because, like, this place just generally does... Oh, I need to use boomerang. Cool. It makes sense. But the dungeon forces you to go a bit linearly at the start here. Basically, I guess it's not linear, but, like, it makes sure you can't access that side, despite technically giving you the option to. And you have multiple ways of getting through this place, but, I think that personally that drops a key, which we can use on the door. Personally, this place, I never go through it, like, quite the same way every time. Simply because it's really hard to go through it the same way every time. Unless you just explicitly very hard, like, try to do that. But this dungeon is... Is this the only dungeon to feature multiple floors? Because, like, looking at the map, we already have, you know, 2 floors. Was there any other dungeon to have, like, 2 floors? I guess Key Cavern. But we cannot access that yet, so we're forced down this path. Oh, yeah. So what we need to do is we need to grab this ball. This dungeon probably has the best overall, like, gameplay-wise structure. It's probably the most unique dungeon of all of them. Because the dungeon itself is kind of a puzzle in that to beat it, you need to transport the ball around the dungeon and break all of the pillars. Anyway, with that said, can barely make it down here. If we threw the ball across, we could get it over here technically. And then from there, if we can get down here, you can raise and lower these, but I don't know that they intend for you to really get over to that ledge yet. I don't know. I think it's better to just head up this way. For now, never mind. I think they do intend for you to get over to that ledge, maybe. I need to put that down while I... Cool. So... It's gonna go... Huh. So we need to throw you there. And then... You need to somehow... Huh. Nope. So we need to somehow either throw from there... Okay, never mind, I got it. And this gives us, treasure chest. But it does look like they expect you to make that jump, down and over or whatever. Or, so we now have the map, and the map shows us there are 4 floors. The 4th floor exists there, and the 3rd floor doesn't look fully what do you want to call it? Passable? Transport? It's not transport. Traversable. That's the word. So, the basic premise of the dungeon is there are a bunch of pillars on the 2nd floor. We already saw the one in the lower room, down over here. And we have to get the iron ball there to break all of the pillars. And basically what that does for us is that it will allow us to fully explore the dungeon. Anyway, we're on top of these blocks. Before we get off, let's actually make the jump here and do some block on top of block platforming. No, that doesn't look like it'll continue the block on block platforming. This does. This gets us to this staircase, which I think if we go down there might be a soft lock. So we'll just head over here. Anyway, if we hit this switch, we can lower the blocks. Also, Kirby. Yeah, Kirby appears here. He can be stunned with the boomerang. And he will only, it seems like boomerang might be his only weakness. Not sure on that front. Ow. We have these guys, which I don't know if I can really block them. I would like to just take out the pea hats. I guess never mind. We'll be heading up here. So, with that done, we can now take this iron ball here down with us to this pillar. And, looking at the map, I think what we want to do is... I think we want to take it down here. I'm not sure on that front, actually. We're gonna throw it up there. I guess the block doesn't push that way. Okay. Gonna throw this up here. So this dungeon is really great because it's a big, giant, like, transport puzzle. Of, like, how are we gonna transport this ball across, the entirety of this dungeon. Okay, cool. Getting rid of those guys, I believe, just like in level 1, gives us the beak. No, this gives us the compass versus the beak in level 1. I guess, so this dungeon is actually a little bit confusing even on repeat playthroughs. It's late enough into the game that it's hard to remember how exactly it all works, like on a repeat playthrough, because you have more experience probably playing through level 1 than you do playing through level 7. But with a giant tower structure and rooms that, you know, and rooms that either exit like to the north or south, I overall find even the layout of this dungeon sometimes to be hard to, you know, navigate and remember. I think personally, I still think aesthetically Angler's Tunnel is my favorite. But if I had to pick a dungeon with like the best puzzle, it would probably be this one. Dang it. Hi, Kirby. So, there's clearly a shell up there, but my only path for now is basically down here. And, I can either do that. Well, I do have a grapple point here, technically. But this looks like it just gets me back to the beginning, basically. But now I have to go all the way around, huh? Okay. So this dungeon is kind of linear if you do everything correctly, but if you don't, it's very easy to get off that path and end up in a spot or, like, you know, a particular, what you want to call it, of the dungeon that's not as navigable. So what I want to do then is... Oh, there's this guy here, and this is our mid-boss. We can, straight up just use... Hopefully he doesn't throw us into a pit just yet. Ow. The boomerang almost hit him there, I think. Okay. Yeah. So we can very easily just do that to you. I need to somehow find a switch, so I don't want to go through that one-way door just yet. I'll go through the one-way door. Why not? It's a simple survival puzzle, it looks like. But I first want to fall down here, because down here puts us on this ledge, which allows us to get secret seashell. I'm bad at pronouncing things with proper, you know, what you want to call it. Before I do that, I just want to check. There isn't anything down here, is there? No, okay. Well, we can now head up this staircase back in here. And do we head north or try to fight the mid-boss again? I think I'll just head north. This dungeon, yeah, very confusing to navigate in my opinion. So we can just use our shield and wait here in the corner. Not too interesting. I think this dungeon, musically and aesthetically, is not my favorite. I think I prefer Angler's Tunnel musically and aesthetically. But I do think that it's still a very good dungeon. I think the puzzle, in my opinion, makes up for the aesthetic. How did I rank them? I said that level 3 was probably my least favorite once I take into account the aesthetic and just the dungeon design. Level 4, I think was my favorite. So level 2 was slightly better than level 3, and level 1 was better than level 2. Then probably 5, then 6, then 4. I'd probably put this one, it has a good puzzle. I'd probably put it above 5. I'm really just not a fan of, the Beagle statue is saying something, you can't make it out. So, I might have done this early. What we need to actually do is, now that that pillar's broken, we should get this ball across here. Down here, across all this, and take it into here and throw it over there. Now, I guess we can see what's down here. Let's fall down here and see. Okay, this gives us some options. Oh, I might have ruined it. Never mind. Okay. No, this is actually fine. I should have hit the switch while I was up there. Oops, we want this. I guess now we have to confront the mid-boss. And, we can get away from him by, I guess just throwing the boomerang a bunch and hopefully he dies. Pretty okay strategy. That drops a small key, which you can use. Sorry, this dungeon actually has me very focused on puzzles. Oops. Dang it. Okay, heart. Dang it. Okay. Dang it. Okay. Hit you. Hit you. There we go. With that, that spawns a chest over there, which we can use to reach stuff. Anyway, I am going to just do that really quick while I, bring this up over here. And before doing that, I do want to unlock this. Which gives us access to over here. Which also has that. We could use that staircase to go up to level 3, but it's not really worth it right now. Instead, we're just gonna do that. And grab ourselves the mirror shield. Now turn back beams. I am a little bit disappointed that they didn't make the regular shield kind of this design and then the mirror shield just a Hylian shield. I mean, I get why they didn't. And also, it's a bit late in the game. And unlike some other Zelda games, we don't do any light puzzles with it. But, yeah. So, I wouldn't say it's the worst upgrade. Like, it definitely has its uses. But the uses feel very contrived for it. Like, you'll see what I mean when we have to go to the next dungeon. About what I mean, like, with it being a contrived use of the shield. But like in this dungeon even, you can totally skip this item on pure accident and you will still be able to beat the dungeon. And even the next level, next dungeon, you don't technically need the mirror shield. Anyway. Now that that's laid out how it is, we should be able to head down here really quick. No, okay, so we have to fall down, it looks like. I definitely don't want to leave that chest behind, though. We already went through this room once, so you can just head through there. And head down here, and there's the final pillar. But we just need to hookshot. And this gives us bombs. I mean, it's really just here to block our progress to the next pillar. Or unlock our progress, you know. With all them destroyed, we have successfully lowered the tower by 1 floor. And now, we can make progress by going up to level 3. If you look at the map, there used to be 4 levels. Well, there's still 4. There's nothing technically on it, so there's really only 3. Pretty cool stuff. With that, we don't need to worry about the iron ball anymore. And now, we should just make our way down to the entrance. And I can't get up there. So this is the hard part. Now I have to figure out... Maybe I shouldn't have hit that switch or left the switch in that orientation because now it looks like I have to go all the way back around. Oh, I need to switch back. This dungeon, I think, is probably my, you know... I still think Face Shrine is slightly better. This one's pretty good, but, like, still... Wait. Can't throw it up over there, but... Yeah, looks like we still have to go the long way around. Can just barely squeeze through here. And then... Unfortunately, I can't lower this, otherwise I can't grab the treasure chest successfully. What to do? Oh, I know. I hop down here. And then if I go through here, this orange thing is down, so I can now, yeah, grab this. Cool. Very... And that's the beak, so they really expect you to get that early, huh? We can now grab this. And we definitely want the, colored switches up in the other orientation. So... Oh, if we do this, I think that this... Oh! This should be a faster shortcut to the stairs. Yeah, okay. So we can use these stairs, which are much closer. We basically want to keep these switches in this orientation for the rest of our time here. Because if we should fall down or, you know, end up back at the start, we can make an easy passage back over to here, up to the 3rd floor. Never mind, we don't want to keep them in this orientation. I guess we want them the other way. But... Let's not mess with the P-hat right now. There's the boss door. But we don't have the boss key yet. And this room is basically useless. Okay, so I believe the first thing we want to do is head through here, and this takes us to our true mid-boss. Not a re-fight against something else.
Hey, Runt, you think you can take me? Alright, boys, get this punk out of my face.
Alright, so... Basically, how this works is he's going to summon these little minions, and you have to manage to take them all out in a single round. Even one alive, I can keep bringing more buddies. So, you just have to defeat all of them in a row one time. Okay. There we go. And it's that easy. I usually struggle in this mid-boss, but I guess I didn't this time because I finally learned a good strategy to take them out. Anyway, now in here, we want to push this block and probably flip that switch, considering they're giving a switch to us. And now we can grab this chest, and this should be the boss key. Now you can open the door to the Nightmare's Lair. I don't know how I feel about this dungeon. I'm saying it's better than Catfish Maw. Level 4 I think still wins based on aesthetic and like general progression. Oh. What was down that other path? Oh. I guess we can still... Interesting. So, what was blocking you? Okay. Wait, hold up. What's the logic here? If you had a key, you could go through there, or you could go through there, but you need the blocks to be down to get into this room, which can only be done with the boss key or something. I guess it's intended for when the layout isn't how it currently is. Anyway, oh, we can shut that guy down now. Anyway. We can also, do this, and that spawns the last treasure chest of the dungeon, I believe. Yep. And this chest just contains secret medicine. I wish that if you found this, it would full heal you, instead of, like, leaving finding fairies and stuff up to you. I also wish that I was better prepared for that blade trap. Whatever, we do need the hook shot here. Anyway, with all that said, this is a very interesting boss door because it doesn't put us immediately like in the boss room, but instead makes us come up here. And now we're in a 2D section, and we're approaching the boss. I'm going to equip the boomerang, and here's the guy again.
Bah! I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna make you wish you were never born.
Alright. And here's our dungeon boss. Evil Eagle. Being piloted by the skull guy. I don't know his name. Anyway. Using the boomerang, we can land hits in on him. But the boomerang makes this fight very easy. You can even... I guess the mirror shield helps to block some of his more feather-based attacks. But I think the regular shield can block those same feather attacks. It's very important to... he will blow wind if you didn't have the boomerang. You know, like right here he's blowing wind. And that can knock you off onto the spikes down below. But, like, really, just bring the boomerang. Because it can be thrown diagonally. And when he comes close, just wail on him with your sword. The main reason why that attack is really rough is because, dang it, just out of reach. Okay, cool, we got him.
My energy, gone. I lost. But you will be lost too if the windfish wakes. Same as me, you are in his dream.
Anyway, Evil Eagle, about as easy as angler, as the anglerfish guy. I would say the most difficult boss. I think it's sad that Moldorm is up there for, like, most difficult boss in the game, just because early, you know, and the other bosses don't really put up much of a fight themselves. But I would say this guy's probably the second easiest after anglerfish. He can still damage you, you know, but yeah, he's not that hard. Anyway, overall I think this dungeon is well designed for puzzle. I just think aesthetically it could have been better. I get on the Game Boy, probably not, but like here, something about it just isn't my favorite. I think it would be so much better if it just got a different coat of paint. With all that being said, we found our 7th instrument. You got the Organ of Evening Calm. Ocarina. The music of the ocarina leads. No clue what that really means. I don't know how that helps you find level 5. I'm going to take care of you first. But we just beat level 7. And I guess we'll search out level 8 next time. But for now, my name has been and will be tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. And it always will be Pun Food. This episode was a bit longer simply because, like, it didn't make sense. There wasn't enough side quest stuff to do before the dungeon to really, like, justify, just doing side quest stuff and leaving the dungeon for another episode. So, it ran a bit longer than I wanted, but level 8 should be a lot easier to get to. So hopefully I'll be back to, like, 30-minute episodes, next time.